Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well today. And here we have another FNaF Youtooz package. Let's see what it is. Looks like it's time to go back to the Pizzaplex. So in this Youtooz box right here, I have 3 of the brand new FNaF Ruin Youtooz. We have the Mimic, M.X.E.S, and a Ruin Chica. So these 3 are probably my favorite characters from Ruin. I'm a big Glamour Chica fan, so of course I had to get Ruin Chica. I remember seeing the concept art for this figure back in December 2023 and I absolutely loved it. So of course I had to buy it. I love M.X.E.S, he's just such a cool character. I love his design is just so funny looking. His jawline is absolutely insane. And of course I love the Mimic. The Mimic is absolutely crazy. He is a beautiful boy. Of course I had to get him. So there are some more FNaF Ruin Youtooz. There are Ruined Roxy, Ruined Eclipse, and Ruined Monty. But these are just 3 I decided to buy. And maybe if I like these, I'll buy the rest of the Ruin set. So let's get started with the main antagonist of Ruin, I guess you can say. M.X.E.S. You probably thought I was going to say the Mimic, but technically M.X.E.S is the character that hunts you down for the entire game, even though he is technically a good guy. That's what I like about him so much. He's a good guy, and you only find out until the end of the game that he's trying to stop you from releasing the Mimic, which is a much bigger threat. So yeah, let's take a look at M.X.E.S first. So on his box here, actually I'll take him out of the plastic sleeve first, like we usually do for all Youtooz figures. These figures honestly shipped really fast. Like I ordered them around like a couple weeks ago, I think like 3 weeks ago, and they have already shipped, which was really fast. Maybe that's because M.X.E.S and the Mimic have already been out and Ruin Chica just started shipping. Since these guys aren't really pre-orders anymore, they've already been out for quite a while, and that's probably why. But yeah, let's take a look at their boxes first. So for the sleeve here of M.X.E.S, or the Entity. So here on the front we have M.X.E.S with his arm reaching out towards us. We'll get into the figure in a minute, but we'll just take a look at the box first. So we have the same artwork on the front, the side, and on the top. And then on the front of the sleeve here, same thing, just the name. And then FNaF Security Breach Ruin. Let's pull this guy's sleeve off and reveal the back. Absolutely incredible artwork. I have already seen this, but this just looks absolutely amazing. Oh, there's a little... Oh, mine's box is damaged. That kind of sucks. Damn. I don't know if that was... That's probably a shipping fault. That kind of... That's a little disappointing. That little rip in the corner, but... It should be fine. This guy's sleeve is going to be on most of the time anyway. I don't really care too much about the boxes. Well, I collect them, but... I'm okay about the figure. But yeah, this guy's artwork is absolutely amazing. There is no quotes in the back, but this is based on the scene of him reaching out of the M.X.E.S machine trying to grab Cassie, but then he gets sucked back in because the security protocols have been turned off. This also goes all around the box as well. This just looks so good. I love this artwork. It's amazing. He's so cool. We have more of the purple gridded lines that we see in the AR world. More M.X.E.S artwork, and there he is at the front there. Let's start getting him out. He is number 33 in the FNaF collection, so if you want to know that, there you go. There is no quote on here, since he doesn't really speak in the game at all. He kind of just like makes some random screeching noises, I guess. I'll put his box in the background like we usually do. So now, let's take a look at this amazing Youtooz figure. I haven't even got into the details yet, and this guy looks absolutely incredible. So let's take a look at his head first before we get into the body right here. So he's got his beautiful grin. He's even got his jawline sculpted in as well. That looks absolutely amazing. As you know, M.X.E.S doesn't speak because he's mewing the entire game. That's why he doesn't have a voice. He's been mewing. He's been for the entire game, so that's why he does not speak. This is why his jawline is so beautiful. As we can see on his face, he has these little circuitry lines, same as he has in Ruin. They're all across his body, I'll get into that now. The circuitry lines are all across his body, even on his back as well. He's got his nose right here. He has more of a face shape of a hare instead of a rabbit, which I'm pretty sure that is what M.X.E.S is based off, a hare. He's got these little chunks taken out of his ears, which I'm pretty sure is a detail on M.X.E.S. He's got these large group of white pixels underneath him, which looks really cool. Each pixel is sculpted in. Looks amazing. And tiny little pixels on his arms, his body. This guy just looks absolutely amazing. I love his figure. It feels so high quality as well. Like, he's got some weight to him. He's not, like, really light. So, yeah. That is M.X.E.S. We'll put him on the ground here, just in front of his box. So, next up, we'll go with the actual villain of FNaF Security Breach. Gregory. Gregory, that is. The Mimic. The Mimic! So, I know a lot of people don't like the Mimic, but I really like him. He's a really cool character, I think. I love his design. His design is actually pretty scary. If I was Cassie, I went down to the Pizzaplex, the bottom of the Pizzaplex, down under the Freddy Faz's Pizza Place, and I saw this thing, I would, I'd be dead, first of all. He'd, like, rip me to pieces. I'd be shocked first, and then I'd die. I'd probably die from shock, honestly. Let's get this plastic casing out of here and take a look at his sleeve. So we got the Mimic vinyl figure at the front, more Mimic artwork on the side, the Mimic, and just the same thing. I'm pretty sure all the sleeves are the exact same thing for all of these figures, just that the artwork is different for each character. I'm pretty sure there actually is some quotes in this guy's box, so we'll take a look at them in a minute. We have the Mimic artwork on the side. We have Mimic in the Monty Gondola repair station. Not only could a Mimic fit into any costume, but it was designed to observe the other routines and then mimic them. Which I'm pretty sure is a line from the Mimic story. It might be the Mimic story. I haven't read that in like a year, so I don't remember each and every little detail. Or it might be from the epilogues. But yeah, it's from the books. Break off limbs and heads and pile them up, which is another quote from, I'm pretty sure, the epilogues, where the Mimic is sent down to the Freddy Faz's Pizza Place to take apart endoskeletons that are there. He is number 35. Deactivate remaining Mimic endos, because these guys are dangerous. Especially the one in Ruin, the original Mimic. And here is the Mimic! The Mimic! Honestly, I really love this guy. I love the Mimic so much. He's such a cool character. But yeah, let's take a look at all his details, because this guy looks extremely accurate, honestly. He has a lot of details that look exactly like the Ruin model. And I've drawn the Mimic a couple times, so I know his details. And this is pretty much spot on, honestly. Some details, like, obviously some things aren't like that great, but like, especially the body here, this wire should be like it should be more detailed just inside the chest piece, but that's fine. His arm is blocking it. Imagine he had like a little white tiger plushie right here, just like in the Mimic story. Well, if he was in the Mimic story, his legs would be missing. He would just be a torso and a head. But let's get into the actual figure and I'll stop blabbering. So here we have his head right here. He's got his bright orange eyes. They're a little more red here, but they're supposed to be orange. We have the little piece at the front here, looks a little mustache that the Mimic has. His dentures, his realistic teeth. Alright, here, they look really nicely painted. No paint mess-ups at all. Well, there's a little one there, but you can barely notice that. There's a little piece of fabric that is on his face, or a little piece of rock, I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's to be fabric, because like he climbs in and out of costumes, so the fabric can get like stuck to his face. His face is pretty jagged, so I'm guessing it'll get just stuck on there. He's got his angry eyebrows, which are just bolted onto his head. And you have his overall head shape, like right here. This part is his head. He's got some wires, like going around his back. This little piece of cloth gives him a nice haircut. He's got the Mimic got like a nice cut from the hairdresser. So taking a look at his body next, we can see he has the little these little bolt things on his torso that connect his arms. Right here. He's got his arm curled, just like David in the Mimic story. There should be a little white tiger plushie right here, just like David. And David got hit by a car, so I wonder if the Mimic will get hit by a car like on purpose, because David got hit by it and mimic David. Will the Mimic get hit by a car next? Who knows? On the back, he's got his spine. I didn't even know Mimic had like a proper spine here, but I guess he does. You see his little pelvis piece here. It's the correct shape. His other arm is like reaching out with one little finger. It looks like the nerd emoji, honestly. Taking a look at his legs next, he's got the one with wires like wrapped around. One of his shins has this little spring lock leg brace thing. That could be a spring lock, I don't know, but it looks like one. We have this foot right here, which is the traditional foot shape for any animatronic. And then we have this leg over here, more wires on this shin, and then I think some more on this one as well, but on this thigh, but they're like, not that much. And then this foot has a more endoskeleton shape. He is coming off his base. I wonder if he can be taken off that. Maybe his foot is just like slightly deformed. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be glued to the base, but this foot just wasn't. So I had to like push it down so it like stays into the peg. But I think that should be fine. He still stands because he's on the base. If he wasn't on the base, he would not stand at all because he has like very small legs, and he's also very top heavy because he's leaning forward. And we'll place him there next to his arch nemesis M.X.E.S. They're definitely best buddies. We can put like, can he hold the Mimic? That'd be so funny. Oh my god, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful sight right there. He can hold his best friend. Alright, let's review the final figure for today. We have Ruined Chica. Obviously, the sleeve is the exact same as all the Ruined figures. I'm not going to get into it each and every time. But yeah, I really liked this figure when it was first revealed because I'm a big Glam Chica fan. And I loved this figure. It looked so amazing. I'll actually go into the lore of each of these actually. I'll go into the lore of the Mimic first. The Mimic figure had like 3 designs originally made for it. I'm pretty sure this was the 3rd design that was made, and this one was the final one they picked. And Ruined Chica is the most interesting, I think, because she had a original design that looked really bad. When I saw it, I absolutely hated it. It looked really bad, like the endoskeleton wasn't there at all, it was just black. Her eyes first were all blue as well. For some reason, on the original Glamrock Chica figure, I'll actually get it now. So on the original Glamrock Chica figure, her eyes were blue, and for some reason, on a lot of the merchandise, her eyes are blue. We have the Sanchi Chica plush here, her eyes are blue, but I know her eyes are blue in the actual plushie in-game. But I don't know why the Youtooz figure has blue eyes when the actual animatronic has purple ones. We'll actually leave her in the background here, so we can show her, but I think this has a more accurate sculpt and more accurate colors, but the colors are more desaturated because this is a ruined version. But yeah, this design originally looked really bad, and I'm really glad they fixed it up. I think they fixed it up around December 2023, and it just looked absolutely amazing when I saw this concept art. So of course I had to buy the figure, and she actually was delayed from the original Ruin set. The Ruin set released in November 2023, and this figure released in April 2024, so it was delayed by quite a while. And I'm glad they actually delayed her, because the original design looked really horrible, and I'm glad they actually fixed her up. Well, not fixed her up, she's still damaged, but fixed her up as, like, and made her look presentable. So let's take a look at all of her details on the back here. So we have, she looks like she's in the caves of the, yeah, she looks like she's in the caves of the underground Pizzaplex, like the glowing mushrooms and the water and stuff, the whole glowing cave. That looks really nice. That's a really nice area in Security Breach Ruin. I love how that looks. Your family is looking for you. I'm pretty sure there's a quote from Glamrock Chica in Security Breach. This art looks really good. She's down like a hallway. This hallway looks pretty clean, judging by the ruined state of the Pizzaplex. Let me take you to your parents, which is another Chica quote. And let's see what the one on the top here is. You've got to help me out. That's not a Chica quote, I don't think. And because Ruined Chica doesn't speak, she's kind of like, her voice box is kind of missing. Well, unless you give it back to her by beating Chica's feeding frenzy. Let's take a look at this beautiful gal right here. Let's take a look at all of her detail, but I just want to say, wow, this figure looks incredible. I like the little base she has instead of just this kind of boring clear base that most of the Youtooz figures have. I know Roxy had it as well, but normal Glamrock Chica and the Mimic have it too. But this one just looks absolutely amazing. Maybe just because they redesigned this figure, they decided to give it like a proper base. But this just looks really good. So let's take a look at her head sculpt first. She kind of looks like an egg because she doesn't have any hair. Her hair is missing. Her half of her face is missing, so I will give her that. I won't treat her too badly. Both of her eyes are still here. But I want to take a look at this endo, because this endo is crazy. They actually sculpted in a full endoskeleton. Well, there is a full endoskeleton over here, but we'll take a look at, we'll compare these two. But this is a full endoskeleton, like Glamrock Endo instead of Chica. And it looks really good. I'm pretty sure there is a, I'm pretty sure this actually is a full endoskeleton, like sculpted in, like the full thing is there. So you can probably take this out if you really wanted to, but you'll be damaging a $30 figure. These figures were $50 Australian, so I would not do that at all. But yeah, taking a look at her face here, she has all the melted cheese dripping down her mouth. Well, what used to be her mouth. Her beak is gone. But yeah, dripping cheese here. But yeah, taking a look at her arm here that's reaching out. More cheese attached to it. And taking a look at her other arm, which is kind of missing the whole forearm. And her whole outfit is like very desaturated now because like it's all gone to ruin, I guess you can say. There actually is a detail that I missed on the Funko figure that we reviewed a couple weeks ago. I'll go get it. She's actually missing the magenta eyeshadow on her eyelids, which is on the plushie, this magenta eyeshadow. She's actually missing that, and this figure has like just endoskeleton around the eye, which it should have the magenta eyeshadow, which is the only detail that I've missed on these figures. These action figures are still absolutely incredible. Let's go back to her body. We can see the little trash bag coming out of her stomach. She's in a very dynamic pose. She's kneeling on the ground, reaching out, of course. Now let's take a look at this amazing base here. Here we have a pizza, a full pizza that she hasn't eaten yet, which is surprising. We have a little box here. That's probably like one of those takeaway boxes, like of chicken. And she's standing on just a giant piece of rubble, or just a giant mountain of trash. Glamrock Chica probably has like a throne of trash just somewhere in the Pizzaplex, which we haven't seen yet. But that's something she would have. So that was the FNaF Security Breach Ruin Youtooz review of Ruined Chica, M.X.E.S, and the Mimic. These figures are absolutely amazing. They really impressed me. I say it every Youtooz review, but their stuff recently has just been absolutely amazing. Like their Rivet set was really good. Their Ruined set is really good. The Help Wanted set wasn't really that amazing, but their FNaF movie set was also really good as well. I ordered the Yellow Rabbit figure, which we'll be doing a review when that finally ships. But yeah, that is going to be it for this FNaF Security Breach Youtooz review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.